Hello Aries, it is AD with kayxztarot, and I'm going to be doing your end of May reading, guys. So this is going to be for the year 2019, just in case, you never know. So this is the end of May reading for 2019, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome back if you're old, welcome if you are new. As we continue to grow and expand, I thank each and every one of you so much. If this resonates with you, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and leave me a comment below. Also, in the description box below, you can find information on how to book a personal reading with me, and follow me on Instagram too. I really appreciate that, guys. I'm going to start incorporating more tarot onto my Instagram as long as I see enough of an audience for it, because it was my personal Instagram. It's just transitioning, guys. But if I see people follow me, then I will start doing daily tarot postings and all that good stuff there. So without any further ado, Aries, let's get into your reading. Let's see what is going on with you. I do want to say this. I'm hearing trauma. I don't know why, but I did see like the Nine of Swords, which is a lot of anxiety, the Tower card paired with it, so trauma, something traumatic could have happened, heartbreak, deception, lies, just something that kind of took you off of your, knocked you off your rocker for a little bit. But let's see if it comes up in the reading. But I just want to say, Spirit hears you, all right? There has been some trauma. There has been some disillusionment. There has been some shattering of expectation, guys. I'm sorry about the noise that you hear. It's the washer. I didn't realize it was going to be this loud, but I want to get the reading out. Yeah, and even then, I just picked up the deck, and it was the Ten of Swords, guys. So let's see what's going on. Ooh. Yeah, there was some sort of revelation that's going to cause you to have a new beginning. That's why I'm like, whatever the Tower moment was, whatever the traumatic thing was, it's going to give you the opportunity to start over again, if that makes sense. Like, anytime a Tower moment happens, it shatters the pre-existing structure in order to build something new. So, anytime I see that, it's just going to strengthen you, if that makes sense. So, let's see. Whew. Alright, let's see what's going on for our Aries for the end of May 2019, please. So we do have the Ten of Pentacles, guys. So this is great, especially with money, finances, marriage, in particular, building a home, resources. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me, guys. So there could be a big theme and emphasis on home life. And I don't know what it is, but these dogs are really sticking out to me right now. Perhaps some of you something could happen with your dog, or you could get another dog. I don't mean to laugh about that, but like it could be something that could happen about loyalty. It's just about loyalty is really what I'm hearing. There was some sort of betrayal of loyalty here. And because it felt like that this was shattered, but really what's happening is the person, the thing, the opportunity that was shady, it's only going to let you build your own stability as you would like to see it, right? It kind of eliminates some of the cooks out of the kitchen, right? It frees you up. So it's a positive thing, but there is a theme of loyalty. Yeah, and even here we have the Magician card, which is your energy as far as just being number one, starting over again, establishing the I am, as Aries are meant to do in this lifetime, So let's see. And three. Woo! Had quite a few cards come out. Yeah, and it's okay. So we have quite a few cards fly out, but they all kind of go into what exactly I was talking about as far as loyalties. So the Ace of Pentacles. So there was something here in your finances. There's just something about finances, something tangible. Could be connecting with an earth sign. So that's a Virgo, Taurus. I just heard Libra for some reason, but a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn, all right? So you could be connecting with an earth energy, or it just has to do with something tangible, something that you can see. And it was followed directly behind, all right, the Seven of Swords, which represents sneakiness or exiting without telling somebody. It's distrust. It can go into like some sort of betrayal, keeping secrets, stealthy, if that makes sense. So there has to be some secret that was hidden, some hidden agenda or something that you're finding out that you received clarity on with the Ace of Swords here. So it's been brought to light. And again, with the earth energy. So a lot of earth energy happening here. Again, we are currently still in Taurus season. So it makes sense for the earth energy to come up. But there's just been something that has inflicted some upset as far as your resources and as far as the people that are helping you get to what you want. All right, there was somebody who I feel like you thought was on your team and you found out that they weren't. They had their own hidden agenda, right? If that makes sense. But because of this, that's one less person that you have to cut out of the pie. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you hit your jackpot, this is one less person that you have to worry about. This is one less check you have to sign. So I mean, all of it is positive, but whatever it is, it kind of shook you up. And Aries are really big on loyalty, even though the Aries can be seen as flighty and everything else. I'm an Aries Venus, so I kind of get it. But it's just like, once you commit to the whatever it is that you're going to commit to, once you throw yourself into it, you're really in it. You know, it might take you a while to really establish what it is that you're going to sink your claws into, and so that can run into the issue. That can run to an issue, but loyalty is extremely important here. But it seems like there was a betrayal of trust here, and it was brought to light, and you found clarity on it, and now you get to strategize how you move forward, right? Because we also have the Justice card here. That could also be why I heard Libra. Could be connecting with the Libra or an air sign. And this could deal with legal. This could deal with something legal, like you have to sue. You've sued somebody sued you, or they truncated all of these charges against you and what have you, and now you're having to deal with it, Aries. You understand what I'm saying? But it gets to a balanced state. That's why I'm like, whatever it is, whatever this trauma is, all right, and it's a big trauma, and whatever this upset is to your resources, we saw the Ten of Pentacles and the Justice card, so it comes into your favor. It is going to change in your favor. You just have to ride the wave through it. Let's see what the card of advice is, so I can give you a better picture. But I don't know, Spirit right now just wants me to let you know to be aware of your finances and who is helping you. Particularly watch out for earth signs. And I don't think a lot of people act out of malice. People act out of self-preservation, right? So it's just like, don't take it personally. Don't ever try to take anything personally. Just try to pray for that person and wish them the best, and that they get what they want, what they're aiming to achieve through legal means, without stepping on other people, you know, because right now it seems like you're just a casualty of somebody who's trying to make it happen for themselves, right? And to an extent you can understand that, but in the meantime you're like, well, what about me, you know? And so I completely understand your concern. There's the Magician again. I completely understand your concern, but just understand that you have to leave this person behind, because the reason why they have to be shisty and shady and get over on you is because they don't feel like they have the wherewithal in order to achieve. So they're trying to bite off of you, if that makes sense. So that's a sticky situation, because I know that you know, y'all are ruled by Mars, the war god. So I know that you're like, let me stab this right in the bud, you know. But sometimes it can help to be aware of other people. Don't take it personally. It's self-preservation. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, look at this. This is a big revelation about something. Something comes to light, okay? That needs to come to light in order for you to move forward and start on your new chapter. All right, this could be a best friend that you've had for a very long time that you've held on to, and you found out that they were never in it for you. You know, like the entire time they were skimming a little bit off the top. Like it's something like that, you know. Let's see if we can actually get to your reading, Aries. But that was important. That's an important message. All right. Let's see. And 1. All right. We're about to be in this thing. Yes. Let's do it, Aries. Okay, let's see what we got. All right, so the underlying energy we do have, in fact, is your energy here with the Emperor, all right, and even followed by the King of Pentacles. So you're really focused on your resources and your finances, all right, and this is Aries energy, and I also put a Taurus energy too, which is, we're still in Taurus season, okay, but there is establishing the I am. I always say that with you guys because it's so important, because that is your life's purpose. What are you? Who are you? How are you going to get what you want, you know? And in order to answer all those questions, you have to know who you are. And so it seems like this month is challenging you to establish that, particularly in the hands of betrayal, right? Who are you when you've been crossed, if that makes sense? What decisions do you make? All right, not trying to be a spoiler alert, but if you're a Game of Thrones, like, are you this Dany, or are you the breaker of chains Dany? You understand what I'm saying? It's just like, what are you on? What exactly are you on? How are you going to handle the situation when shit hits the fan, okay? Because if you're trying to be a leader, there's a way to handle handle it as a leader, as a dedicated leader, as somebody who is deserving of their spotlight and their time. You understand what I'm saying? So let's see what the heart of the reading is. Haha, yep, look, the Three of Pentacles as the heart of the reading. The Strength card, boom, as the foundation. I absolutely love it. The Two of Wands coming up as the present moment. And then we have the Six of Cups coming up as the most likely outcome. And then we have the Three of Wands as your card of advice. All right? Keep looking forward. Keep pushing forward. This betrayal that happens could happen in the workspace. Somebody could take credit for your work. It's that type of sneakiness. Somebody could be just biting off of you, all right, in order to achieve, because they feel that you have something that they don't have, right? And because of that, they're just trying to take something off and pass it as their own. But it's yours, all right? It's yours. And there's a right way to go about establishing that, and there's a not as right way as going about establishing that, right? And so it's just like you can go in there with guns blazing, or you can try to be more diplomatic about it, because I'm telling you right now, particularly with the Strength card being the underlying energy for you, or being the foundation card for you, is you have the upper hand. You absolutely have the upper hand in this, okay? So if you attack, you run the risk of becoming a bully, because this person is just not capable of what you're capable of. Now, don't let that be an excuse to let people run all over you and make excuses for people and yada, yada, yada. No, you're still the emperor, ma'am or sir. You're still the emperor. You need to establish whatever it is that you're going to establish, okay? And set those lines and those boundaries, all right? And know that you're not one to play with, okay? And everybody respects that. But for some reason, 3, your expansion, your growth in your workplace, working together towards a common goal, you're really going to have to sit on your throne and establish who the fuck you are, because somebody's trying to run with your idea. So it seems like now, Aries, you're in a phase where you're trying to look to see which direction to go with the Two of Wands here. And the cool thing about the Two of Wands and then going into the Three of Wands is interesting. What I'm hearing is like, you need to go backwards to go forward, all right, with this combination. So you're figuring like, what do I do next? It seems like you need to look at the past in order to know what you can take with you to the future, okay? Because you're in a state of stagnancy right now because you don't exactly know what to do. It's just kind of like you have the whole world in your hands. For instance, you could have a whole lot of information. You could have information on somebody that you work with that could bring them down, and now you're like, well, what am I going to do with it? I found out that they were doing this shady shit, or what have you. I'm just getting a lot of work energy, guys. If this has to deal with a love relationship or something, then it's the same deal applies. Like, I try to keep this as open as possible. So if this is a love reading for you, then this could easily be a third-party situation that you found out about, and now what are you going to do to deal with it? Because for whatever reason, I'm not getting the sense that this is enough to get you to leave. It's just enough to get you to be like, oh, back to the drawing board. Turns out you forgot who the fuck I was, and so I need to remind you, because I've gotten a little soft. It seems like one of those situations where somebody just took it a little bit too far, and now you're like, oh, no. Let's rein it back in. Let's establish back who I am, so you know not to do this again, because apparently you forgot, because I've been too nice for this time. I've been chilling. It's been retrogrades and all this other stuff. I've been biting my tongue, but now it's time for me to get back to the shits, okay? I'm not getting that you're walking away or exiting this situation. I think that you need to go backwards and find why you loved it in the first place. And if this is a person, if this is a friendship that was betrayed, it's time for you to go back and kind of look at that nostalgia and be like, why was I in this in the first place? I know this person. I know this business. I know this corporation. I know that they want to do this. What's going on with them in order for me to move forward with them? Because this is so unlike them to betray me in this way. I need to go backwards, or I need to fall back in love with myself. So there is an idea that you need to go backwards in order to figure out how you move forward. But you gotta move forward, okay? With the Three of Wands being your card of advice. All right, this is turning your back on the situation. After you do it, it's just like, this is such a, I'm sorry guys, I'm switching, but this is such a full moon in Scorpio reading for you guys. You guys are really going to get hit with this, just because this is all about releasing so you can move forward. But you can't release it if you don't even know what it is that you're dealing with. Like, you got to sort through the trash in order to know what you need to throw away, if that makes sense. So it's asking you right now for the end of May to just go ahead and just look at it. Look at the situation in all its glory and all its worth. Smile at the memories you want to smile at. Cry at the things that you want to cry at. And then move forward with it. Release it, leave it, and move forward is kind of what I'm getting. Because whatever information is revealed to you, and again, I think that this has to deal with some shadiness, some sneakiness behind your back or whatever. Whatever you find out what that is, after you hear it, after you digest it, after you get your rah 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 out your system and you chill, you know what I'm saying, Aries? After you chill out, then start going back and weighing the pros and cons of the situation and being like, you know, X, you know, that was a really great thing. I like to incorporate this. I really like this about this person. Next time I have another relationship, friendship, business partner, yada, 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 that's something that I'm going to look for. But as far as how they handle the situation, I don't know if I can trust them with that. I might hand them this. You know, it's that type of situation because that is the power of leadership. That is the power of a true king and a true queen. Do you understand what I'm saying? And like, if you are a Game of Thrones watcher and you're keeping up with it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just like, yeah, you can go in there and cause mass destruction. You sure can. You have the power and the energy to. You have the backup. You have the firepower. You understand what I'm saying? Like, no pun intended. You have the firepower to wreak havoc and make everybody pay, but is it going to be worth it once you have to rebuild that relationship? Is that moment of satisfaction worth it when it really boils down to it? So that is really what's going to be asked of you for the end of May 2019. Aries. Okay, so really great reading, I think, as far as like just growth and reflection. It's just like, and if you want to be a leader, you want to be a boss, you want to be in charge, this is the shit that happens. It's not a perfect kingdom. We'd be a utopia. This would be a dictatorship. You'd be a tyrant. You understand what I'm saying? And so now is the time for you to shift that diplomacy. That's why we saw the Libra card earlier, the Justice card, because if you're trying to be on top, you're going to have to learn how to deal with this stuff in a healthy manner so people will feel comfortable to come to you. And I just want to reaffirm, you have the strength to do it. You have it in you. I'm every woman. It's all in me. You know, like, like that's kind of what I'm getting. And if you're a man, absolutely, okay? But yeah, that's really what I got for you. You have the strength to do it. You have the strength to be diplomatic. You have the strength to show mercy. You have the strength to reestablish yourself, all right? And strike some fear into people's hearts because apparently they forgot, okay? And so I you know, you got this. You got this. You got this. I'm not worried about it. Just don't stay too stuck. But just remember, you're going to have to go to the past in order to move forward. You're going to have to go back to move forward, all right? So take what you want, leave what you will. And then keep it on trucking, okay, Aries? So that is what I got for you as far as your reading. I am going to pull some oracle cards for you before I let you go. But I just want to give you a friendly reminder, again, to please check out the description box below and information on how to book a personal reading with me. Also, follow me on Instagram and like, share, and subscribe, guys, all right? Let's get into your last oracle before we send you on your way. Excuse me. Ooh. To the sea, number 7, which I really like. I really like the number 7. I really like the number 7. It's a lucky number 7, right? And I really like this too because this is Piscean energy. This is like a Piscean card for me because it's letting it go with the flow. All right. And that's kind of what's happening. You can't control the flow. It's really, really taking a situation. And then at the bottom of the deck, we had Here and Now, which I love because it's really taking a situation and grounding you in the future. And what you realize is you have no control. You have no control. The only thing that you can control is your reactions, all right? And again, if you're trying to be this monster and this powerhouse of a beast, you don't want to turn into a tyrant. And the only way that you're going to be able to do that is to pick your battles and let some shit go. Focus on the present. Focus on the here and now so you can go... How do I word this? It's like... Because as I'm looking at these, it's funny because we have past, present, and future. All you have is the here and now. You're right here, okay? This is what happened. You're right here. And in order for you to get here and start looking forward, you have to be nostalgic. And the reason why the To the Sea comes in is because you have to let go of the controlling nature of you. Okay, I got it. Sorry, Aries. You have to let go of your expectations of how you want it to pan out. That's where the To the Sea comes from. You just have to do with what you can. People are going to do whatever the fuck people are going to do. You understand me? The only thing that you can control is your reaction to that. All right? So now you need to see, where do I want to be in 10 years? what will my actions right now, this choice right here, confronted with the betrayal, a public betrayal, people know about it, I can't just scoop it under the rug. How do I react to this situation so people know in the future not to fuck with me or whatever, or that there's protocols that need to be taken as far as like success, okay? But you have to release your expectations of that, accept the here and now, listen to your gut reaction on how to handle the situation, and then move forward. And then as you do that, you'll know that it's going to be easier. You actually won't encounter these type of issues again because you've already established the protocol. You've set the precedent for it. All right. So I hope that makes sense, Aries. It's a little heady, but for those of you who it makes sense to, I hope that it makes sense, because it's a powerful place to be in. It's kind of a scary place to be in too, because you have to have a vision, but you can't be tied to that vision. You know, it's just like, all right, I'm going to go with the flow, but I still have goals that I want to hit. And that is such a tricky balance, because if you don't hit that goal, don't just throw the whole thing away. You know, that's not failure, that it just didn't work out the way that you thought. And spirit always knows. Guide's hand is in this, you know, so it's asking you to really tap into that Neptunian energy, that Piscean energy, and just have an imagination, but also ride the waves, okay? Don't get so tied to the journey. Don't get so tied to the don't get so tied to the outcome. Just stay on the journey. Stay on the path, if that makes sense. I know I mixed that up, but just stay on the beaten path. Let whatever happens. Cast your sides to the sea. Handle the situation when it comes up. Remember to be diplomatic. Remember that you don't need to burn the whole thing in order to get what you want. All right. You're still going to need allies. You're still going to want friends, because there is a big level of cooperation in here. So you just don't want to run the risk of being a tyrant. And the Emperor always signifies that too. So that is what I got for you, Aries. Again, thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please leave a comment below and let me know what's going on. Obviously, you can update me. These readings can go for about, I always say, like a 3-month period. So if this hasn't hit you yet, then, you know, be open to that. And also just keep me posted. I try to be as interactive in the comments section as I can, right? So guys, like, share, and subscribe, please. Can't wait to see you. Peace. Until next time, Godspeed on your journey, guys. Thank you.